Hello, everybody. This is Saint Des, and I'm coming to you what I'm going to call the rise of the empire. And it is going to be a combination of two games, and the games are Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 and WWE 2K17. And the way that both of these games is going to work, we are going to be able to show the behind the scenes parts of wrestling as well as the true action packed part of wrestling. And one of the things that made me think about doing this is I've seen, many people that's online and they have been able to create this real life, this realistic type of wrestling organization or their own vision of wrestling on Twitch TV and on YouTube. And with that love and desire that I have for both games, I was thinking, why not show the behind the scenes as well as the in ring action of both games? So, with that being said, the best way to explain it is this: with Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, it's a game that is made by Adam Ryland. And one of the things that he's been able to do for many years is come out with what is well known as one of the best wrestling simulation games out there. And it gets very in detailed and in depth with everything from the wrestlers' contracts to how you create the show to the people that you put in the show. You create your belts and things, and a person would say, "Well, I'm able to do that with WWE 2K17." Well, the other parts of what is called TEW 2016, you're also able to have your wrestlers wind up with maybe a drug addiction, or maybe they die, or maybe they wind up retiring and start controlling their own company. And you also have your Hall of Fame and all these other aspects that WWE 2K17 don't bring. So with that part of that level of simulation that W TEW brings you, that's going to be where I get the behind the scene part of wrestling. I will also be stating the importance of WWE versus other wrestling organizations. So I'm going to mainly focus on the United States, Canada, and Japan as far as the wrestling worlds. There's even, where you can go into Europe and Australia and other places, but to make it more realistic, all as well as Mexico, but to kind of get more of the realistic feel, I'm going to kind of focus on other organizations that would be within the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Japan, and how the WWE is important compared to them. Now, with WWE 2K17, you're going to get like the action part of wrestling, and that is where what you actually visually see. It's going to be more of the matches inside the ring, and if you know how the game actually play out, you're able to do several just great moves and have just your own type of matches and things of that nature within the game. So it's going to allow you to visually see what is going on in the ring as far as matches, shows, and pay-per-views. Now, to just kind of squish this together so it makes sense, this is what the rise of the empire is about. You're going to show with TEW, it's going to be the behind the scene parts of wrestling. It will also state the importance of WWE versus other wrestling organizations. It will explain how my character, St. Diaz, is going to take WWE over from Vince McMahon and how the wrestling world changes because of this particular person. It will also explain personal issues with wrestling talent and how it affects the next show's company decisions. And the decisions within TEW will set the stage for WWE 2K17. So, as certain things happen within TEW, that's how we will set up the stage to actually do the shows in WWE 2K17. Now, as I was saying, WWE 2K17 is the action part of the wrestling. Each show affects who wins or loses within TEW, as well as the match length. Each show match is displayed in its entirety. So, even though with TEW there are certain limits that you would have to follow, keep from going over a show length, when it comes to WWE 2K17, I've noticed that what would be classified as a lower card match could go 16, 17 minutes. So what I'm going to do is to make it realistic. If a card would only be 8 minutes long as a lower mid card match in TEW, I'm going to let the WWE 2K17 game show the entire match, but I will only max it out to 8 minutes within TEW so that it will actually fit within the actual realms and the actual aspect to keep it realistic in TEW, so you can keep with what is called the perfect show theory, which is something that a lot of people will have to, only the total extreme wrestling fanatics will actually understand that, unless you are a wrestling guru yourself. Also, one of the things that's going to actually be cool is with the TEW 2K17 going to show the recording part versus the live part. And what that means is a lot of the shows may be recorded, but I may stream all of the pay-per-views, or I may just go ahead and just stream all the matches and just go ahead and record anything within the TEW aspect. Now, excuse me, one of the things that's going to kind of bridge both TEW as well as WWE 2K17 is going to be what I'm going to call the Cyber Wrestling Network, and it's going to be pretty much a live show about that's going to talk about the state of WWE and other wrestling shows, and it's going to give a detailed account of the state of WWE, rumors in WWE and the wrestling world, and predictions of WWE. So you will actually have times that I would actually say, well, maybe John Cena versus Brock Lesnar inside of a Hell in a Cell match. John Cena is going to be predicted to win that because of something that happened earlier in the month or on several Raws later or whatever. You know how the actual stories go within wrestling. So we will actually go over true events that's going on in wrestling. One of the other things is it will actually allow me in the future to set it up so that I can get interaction from other viewers, hopefully all of you followers, to truly be able to connect with me via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the chat, my YouTube channel, just any other aspects. It will allow you to get back with me to let me know what you think and who you think is going to win and where you see the wrestling show going from here. It's something that I think is going to be really fun, and I've been actually game planning and coming up with this, and I think that I finally have gotten down packed what I want to do. So I hope you like it. This is the introduction of what is called the Rise of the Empire, and for all of you who's gonna continue to follow me, you will soon understand what this means when I say till the twain shall meet.